Your Classical Storytime is supported by the Minnesota College Savings Plan, the official 529 program for the state of Minnesota. Learn how you can invest for your child's college education and minimize your taxes at mnsaves.org.
Welcome to Your Classical Storytime. I'm Lynne, and this is our version of The Giant Carrot. Once upon a time, there was a hard-working farmer who planted a carrot seed. She dug a small hole in the ground, dropped in the seed, and covered it with the loose soil, gently patting the earth to keep it safe. She watered it every day. She even added fertilizer to help it grow. And did it ever grow? First, a tiny green shoot poked through the soil. Then it split into two. Soon several stems formed with fronds like fuzzy little feathers. They quickly grew to become a leafy, bendy stalk. It was a carrot top. But that was just the start. With the farmer's continual love and care, the carrot top got bigger and bigger and bigger. It looked like a small bush, much larger than the top of any normal carrot. And clearly, this was no ordinary carrot. The root underneath had become so big that even the ground couldn't contain it. Its crown pushed through the soil, revealing a smooth, shiny dome. Just like the bald head of the farmer's husband, except his head wasn't orange. After 75 days of nurturing, the farmer had grown a giant carrot. It was so massive that you could chomp on it for a year and still not eat all of your vegetables. Now it was time to get that colossal root out of the ground. The farmer did her best to grasp the trunk-like stalk with her calloused hands. She pulled. She yanked. She tugged. But no matter how hard she tried, the giant carrot wouldn't budge. "I'm going to need some help with this monster," she thought. So she called to her husband. "Oh, dear, could you please come lend a hand with this giant carrot?" "Oh, my," the husband said when he arrived and saw what she was doing. "That is a giant carrot." So the farmer held on to the carrot stalk and the man held on to the farmer. They pulled. They yanked. They tugged, but no matter how hard they tried, the giant carrot wouldn't budge. "This is harder than I thought it would be," he said. So he called to their daughter. "Oh, cutie pie, could you please come help me and your mother with this giant carrot?"
"Oh my,"
the girl said when she arrived and saw her exasperated parents.
"That is a giant carrot."
So the farmer held on to the carrot stalk, the man held on to the farmer, and the girl held on to the man. They pulled. They yanked. They tugged. But no matter how hard they tried, the giant carrot wouldn't budge.
"We're going to need some more help,"
the daughter said. So she whistled and called to the family dog.
"Here, boy. Come here, boy."
A big golden retriever came bounding up to the weary family. He stopped in his tracks when he saw the giant carrot, tilting his head with a quizzical whimper.
"Grab on, boy,"
the girl said. So the farmer held on to the carrot stalk, the man held on to the farmer, the girl held on to the man, and the dog held on to the girl. They pulled. They yanked. They tugged. But no matter how hard they tried, the giant carrot wouldn't budge. You can probably guess where this is going by now. The dog lifted his head toward the sky and barked twice. He paused a few seconds, then barked again. Eventually, the family's cat sauntered up to the scene. She looked at the giant carrot. Then she looked at the dog. Then she looked at the giant carrot again. Her eyes narrowed. The dog said. The cat replied, clearly wishing she had not come. So the farmer held on to the carrot stalk, the man held on to the farmer, the girl held on to the man, the dog held on to the girl, and the cat held on to the dog. They pulled. They yanked. They tugged. But no matter how hard they tried, the giant carrot wouldn't budge. Just then, a field mouse popped her head out of a burrow nearby.
What's all the commotion?
She wondered. The cat looked at the mouse. Now, ordinarily, a farmhouse feline would chase after a field mouse as soon as she spotted it and gulp it up quicker than a blink. But the cat was so tired from the exertion that all she could do was let out a meager in the mouse's general direction. Emboldened by this unusual series of events, the field mouse came out of her home. She stared intently at the giant carrot for several seconds. Then she slowly surveyed the line of exhausted humans and their pets. She nodded to herself and hopped to the end of the line. So, with a deep breath and a new resolve, the farmer held on to the carrot stalk, the man held on to the farmer, the girl held on to the man, the dog held on to the girl, the cat held on to the dog, and the mouse ever so gently held on to the tail of the cat. They pulled, they yanked, they tugged, and they pulled, and they yanked, and they tugged some more. They pulled, and they yanked, and they tugged even harder. And with a loud kerplop, the giant carrot finally erupted from the ground. Which just goes to show that even the smallest and the least of us can make a difference. And the giant carrot did provide food to everyone for more than a year. The farmer, her husband, their daughter, the dog, the cat, and even the mouse. The end. Thank you for listening to Your Classical Storytime from American Public Media.